Namaste. Good morning. Hare Krishna Manantara. How's everyone this morning? Or how are you if you're watching this later? Shri Agni Namaha. Namaste. Shri Krishna Namaha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaste. My prayer's getting better a little bit. It's really good news for me. Ana Pekoak Gedulat Yamineka Datil Jerura Gabel Rinat Ameka Sagubenu Taharenu Nora. Kislev. Tikukun Hanafesha Ketel. Hokuma. Bina. خشب. 깨물어. 때파라트. 나짝. hold. Guess what? My truth. This technology is called the correction of the soul. It's what Tikkun Hanefesh, laying on of the hands, in Christian terms, actually means. It's the original, the authentic Tikkun Hanefesh as far as modern people are concerned, but I think that's it. This is it. Because, the letters are important and the letters match. 까벨, 까벨, 리낙트, 아메카, 사그베누, wait. 나, 기볼, 도르쉐이, 이후데카, 깨바바트, 쇼무람. forgot. Okay. If you're following along somehow, you got nothing better to do, then you can pause it there, because I'm gonna go back. Barukam Taharam Rakhame Jidukateka Damid Gomulam Kasin Gatosh Berov Dubeka Nahel Adateka Yakid Ge Le Ameka Bene Zokrei Gadushateka Shabatenu Gabel Ushma Jaakatenu Yodea Da'alumot. 맞았대. I'm thinking about the subway burning death. I think it happened yesterday, Monday. It's horrific. Okay. Namaste. Namaste. Sometimes after the Kabbalah prayer, I have to acknowledge that I have protection for the day. Otherwise, the prayer itself might feel disrespected. He thinks we didn't do nothing at all. Alright. Let's see how far he goes. Bad mouthing the brand. What brand are we? The Kabbalah brand. Okay, whatever that. We can. Are, Hare, Krishna, Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare. No, it's really far down there. I mean, the angle's kind of steep. Okay, I'll flip it back up. That's what I wrote today. And these letters are called Devanagari. And it's all the letters of this Sanskrit. Just like most Western languages have the alphabets. Sanskrit has Devanagari. What's the alphabet of Sanskrit? The alphabets of Sanskrit are called Devanagari. Okay. I feel like I read so much yesterday. Maybe I'll take a subtle, shorter session. 86 today. Yeah, that's all. I'm gonna take a short break because I think I need it before I do this. today we're reading Garuda Purana. But maybe I'll just do this instead of, I'll just broadcast what's on my mind. So subway burning death. Read whatever seems to be the most relevant. Whatever's the most recent past hour. Past 20. Kind of too sad. I don't want to read it. Oof. It's crazy. And the weirdest part about this whole incident is that I don't. I should be reacting worse. Kind of alarms me. Something like talking to a lot of people about the incident, I'm talking to you, viewers, so I hope that means something. Alright, so that was a really good break, but yeah, that was like yesterday. Too soon. Dear God, I hope I'm not gonna be harassed today at all when I read Sanskrit and when I do my studies and sessions and the chanting and etc. and yoga and exercise. Please protect me from evildoers. Please protect me from people who harass me regularly and new people who are gonna harass me. Please let them stop harassing me. And I kind of apologize for some of the mean things that I said yesterday. That's my reaction. I don't know. You don't always think before your reactions, You don't go, let me think, ouch. Okay, here you go. I ask you, dear God, in your only Son, whom I say only because he's the only worthy Son of yours. Maybe I should say that from now. In your only worthy Son's name, King Ya Osha. Amen. Namaste. Okay, here we go. Namaste. Attends. Chatulda Shotya Yahu. Garulda Ubancha. Yamalokahu. Kuriyanama Terahu. Ki Durushahu. Kena Nilmitahu. Sapha Jan Kidurushi Tasyam Taima Sete Jan Kaihu Saha. Ye Taima Mai Gai Gachachananti Taimikan Taima Manandiramu Dan Taima Napi Mai Gam Shijan Mama Kya Hi Daya Nite Shri Bhagavan Uvajan Shiranu Dan Kushuyu Prabakushuyu Mi Yadugamiam Narada Dipya Tadatalmanagaram Dibyam Mahapunoyoraba Pyate Yamyanai Ratayol Matye Puram Baibasu Batasya Yat Sarvabhajramayam Dibyamapediam Tatusura Suraihu Jaturasram Jatuldevara Mujja Purakara Veshituitam Yojananam Sahasram Hi Brahmanuena Tadutyate Tasmi는 Purasati Supagam Chitrakuputasya Manandiram Panchavimshati Samkhya Kairiyo Janae Bisu Turu Yatam Panchavimshati Samkhya Kairiyo Janae Visuturu Yatam Panchavimshati Samkhya Kairiyo Janae Visuturu Yatam Dashochitam Mahadibyam Lohaprakara Veshutuitam Lohaprakara Veshutuitam Pratuli Shata Samcharam Pratuli Shata Samcharam Pataka Tvaja Pushuitam Bimanagana Samkilnam Gitaba Titrana Ditam Chitritam Chitrakushalai Nimitam Chitrakushalai Nimitam Devashiripipiha Udiano Papanairamyam Udiano Papanairamyam 나나 비하가꾸 지땀 나는 탈바이 라프 사로 피시짱 사마는 땅 뜨파리 사마는 땅 뜨파리 바리땀 따뜻 사파얌 제트라쿠부타흐 스바사네 파라마드 푸테 삼스티토 가너예다 율만 우쇼놈 여타 따타무 나 무히아티 가탄치트사 수꾸르테 두수꾸르테피 반 야디야디우 발지담 갈마 슈팜 반 야디 바 슈팜 따뜻살밤 분자때 따뜻라 제트라쿠부타시야 샤사나트 제트라쿠부타라야트 프라치암 제바라시야 스티 마하그라함 타쿠슈이노시암 자 슈라시야 두라 베스포터 요스타타이 두 루타 베스포터 요스 루타 베스포터 요스타타이 마시치메 까라파샤흐 시아다지 너시아 루차스타타이 무디지암 라자로고스티 바는도로가스타타이바 짬 아이샤니암 두 시롤티흐 시아다그네이야 나이야 네이야 시아다그네이야 마스티 몰즈차나 sorry 아티사로 날라테 두 마야비암 시타다 하케오 에바마디 피라니아이시짱 에바마디 피라니아이시짱 비안티피흐 바리바리타흐 리카테 제트라쿠프타스투 마누쇼놈 슈파무 제트라쿠프타라야다그레 요자나남 짱 빔샤티흐 보라마티에 마하디비암 달마라자시아 마는디라무 아스티 라트나마얌 디비암 비디우즈즈바 라이까 발자사무 비디우즈즈바 라이까 발자사무 드비샤땀 요자나남 짱 비스타라야 마타흐 스포tamı panchasachitam brahmanuena yojananam samuchacharitam turutam sutamam pasahasaraishijam Baiduoria manunduitama Baiduoria manunduitama Kancanalam kurutam nana Hamia prasada samkulama Sharada pranipam Rugamakala shaihu Sumanoharama Citrasa patuika sopanam Vajrakurtatui mashopitama 무구땅 장라가바 그숑짱 바땅아까 트바자 푸슈이땀 가는 땅 가는 카 가는 떠 가는 떠나 가는 떠 나까니근 가는 떠 나까니 나다 두염 해마또라 너 맞는 두이땀 해마또라 너 맞는 두이땀 나나 실자리야마얌 스반너 까빠떠 샤따 삼꿀람 나나 두루말라따 구를마에 니식가는 떠이흐 나나 두루말라따 구를마에 니식가는 떠이흐 수비라 지땀 에바마디 피라니아이 실장 부셔널 부쇼이땀 사당알 아뜨마 요가 프라파바이 실장 닐미땀 비시바 깔마노 가스미는 나스티 사팡알 디비알 샤타요자나마 야탄 알까 프라카샤 프라지슈누허 살바타허 까마루 비누이 나 디시단 나 자디우슈너 마나소티아는 따할슈이누이 나 쇼코 나 짜란 나시암 구셔터 비파세 나 짜브리암 살베 까마흐 스티단 야시야 예 디비안 예자 마누슈흐 라사바쩌짱 브라푸땀짱 바쿠쇼염 포지암짱 살바샤흐 라사바는 디짱 또야니 시다니우슈너니 짱이바히 무누여흐 샤브다다야스타시암 니티아까마 팔라두루마흐 아삼바탄 짱산 땅알구쇼여 라미안 까마가만 사판 딜카까람 따파스 따프트반 닐미탄 비시바깔마노 땅 모그라 따파소 야는디 수브라땅흐 사티아바디나흐 샤는땅흐 삼니아시나흐 시드타흐 부다흐 부테나 깔마노 살베 파시바라데하 스텔람 그르땅 비라조문바라흐 스바그르따이흐 깔마피흐 보누여이스 따뜨람 드시터는 띠 부쇼이땅흐 다시얌 사 탈모 바가바나 사나 바가바나 사네 누빠 바가바나 사네 누빠메 슈페 다샤 요자나 니스비 다샤 요자나니 다샤 요자나 비스틸 노에 살바라트나이흐 수많은 두이테 우파비시트 사땅암 시레시터시 차트라 쇼피다 마스타카흐 시레시터시 차트라 시레시터시 차트라 쇼피다 시레시터시 차트라 쇼피다 마스타카흐 꾸는더라 람끄르따흐 시리마느 마하무쿠트 마하무쿠타 마누두이타흐 살바랑은가라 사미유쿠토 니라메카사마 프라파흐 바라비아자나 하스타 피라프 사로 피시짱 비지타흐 가는 대반음 사무하 실장 삼카 실장 부사로 가노 기다바 디트라 느르띠아 기아이흐 기다바 디트라 느르띠아 디아이흐 파리타흐 세바야는 디따무 무르띠우는 마샤하스테나 까레나 짱 발리야산 제트라고 부테나 제트레노 그르타는 때나 이슈에비타흐 마샤다는 더 타라이 루그라일 니데샤 바샤 발티피흐 마샤다는 더 타라 마샤다는 더 타라이 루그라일 니데샤 바샤 니 그라일 니데샤 바샤 발티피흐 마샤다는 더 타라이 누그라일 니데샤 바샤 발티피흐 아트마 또리아 발라일 나나 수파토이흐 파리바리타흐 아그니 시바트 따시짱 비타라흐 소마빵시 쪼빠마 조시빠마시 소마빵시 쪼시빠마시짱 예 스바타바는 또 바히셔도 물땅 시짱 예 카가 I kind of want to read this again. 마샤다는 더 타라이 루그라일 니데 샤바샤발티피흐 아트마토리아 발라일 나나 수파토이흐 파리바리타흐 아그리시바 뜨땅시짱 비타라흐 소마빵시 쪼시빠마시짱 예 스바타바는 또 바히셔도 물땅 시짱 예 카가 아리아마디아흐 베트르가노 물티마는 따스타타 바레 살베테 무니피흐 살탐 달마라자 무빠사네 달마라자 무빠사테 아뜨리 바시슈트흐 볼라호 다쿠셔흐 그라투라탕응기라흐 자마다그니오 푸르고시짱이바 볼라세티아 가세티아 나라다흐 그라투라탕응기라흐 자마다그니오 푸르고시짱이바 볼라세티아 가세티아 나라다흐 Okay, almost halfway through. 에때 짱니에 짱 바하바흐 베트르라 자사파 사다흐 나 샤키야흐 파리삼키야툼 나마피흐 깔마 미스타타이 비앙키야 필탈마샤 스드라놈 닐누에따로 야타타타무 세바는데 탈마라잠테 샤사나트 바라메 슈트윗나흐 샤사나트 바라메 슈트윗나흐 라자나흐 수리아밤시야흐 소마밤시야 스타타바레 사파얌 탈마라잠테 탈마지냐흐 바리우바사테 마눌딜리보 마는타타 사가라시짱 파기라타흐 아문바리 쇼나라 누여시짱 아문바리 쇼나라 누여시짱 무쭈꾸는도 니미흐 포르투흐 여야 딜나후셔흐 보를두 슈여는 다시짱 시빌날라흐 파라타흐 샤는 따누흐 바는 루흐 사하스랄주나 에바짱 에때 라잘쇼야흐 부노여흐 길티마는 또 바호슈르따흐 이시트바시베 Ishitava Shiva Metai Bahu Piljatan Ishitava Shiva Ishitava Shiva Metai Ishitava Shiva Metai Bahu Piljatan Talmasapa Sadahu Sapayam Talmara Jasya Talma Eva Paravaltate Na Tatra Pakushapa Tosuti Na Nurutam Na Cha Matusarahu Sapyahu Salve Shasutrabidahu Salve Talmaparayanohu Tasyam Sapayam Satatam Vaivasvata Mupasate Vaivasvata Mupasate 이들으시 선 사판 땅을 구쇼유 달마라자 마하트마나흐 나 땅 바시아는디 예 빠빠 다쿠시 누에나 다쿠쇼이 누에나 바탕알 까따흐 달마라자 보레 가는 둠 자툴마일간 파바는디 짱 빠비남 가만에 볼밤사 두때 빠리길 띠따흐 볼바 디피스들이 빌마일가이리에 볼바 디피스들이 빌마일가이리에 가땅을 닮아마는 디레 때히 수크르티나흐 보누여스타시암 같이 차는 띠 따는 시르누 볼바망 가스투 따뜨라이까흐 살바포가 사마는 비따흐 빠리자 따따루쯔차 빠리자 따따루쯔차 야쯔차 디또 라뜨나마는 두이따흐 비만나가너 삼은길 비만나가너 상은길 노 함사발리비라짓 따흐 비두루마라마 삼길 너비 유셔드라바 삼유따흐 삼길 너비 유셔드라바 삼유따흐 때나 브라흐마쇼요 브라흐말쇼요 야는띠 부누여 라자쇼요 말라흐 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 타라마호라가흐 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 타라마호라가흐 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 타라마호라가흐 아프사로 가는 탈바비디아 타라마호라가흐 데바타라 타카 시자니에 시바파크티 파라야너흐 그리시메 프라파다 나라타 마케 가시트 프라다 이나흐 비시라마야는띠 발쇼수 비라크타는 다나마나타흐 두허키타시아 무르탐 부루테 히아시라얌 두 다다는띠 예 사티아 탈메라타 예 자 그로탈로파비발지타흐 베트르마 뜨르슈 예 파크타 구루슈슈루 셔누에 라타흐 부미다 구르하다 고다 비디아다 나프라다 야카흐 보라너 바크트르 슈로타라흐 Parayana Parayana Ete Sukrutina Sukrutina Shichanye Sukrutina Shichanye Polvadvare Pishananti Yananti Talmasapayam Te Sushilah Shuddhabuddhayah Tviti Yasutu Tataro Maigo Maharatha Shatail Purata Maharatha Shatail Purata Narayana Sama Yukuto Mahichananda Manandvitaha Harichananda Naman Harichananda Namanandvitaha Hamsasara Sasamkil Noshichakraba Kopashopitaha Amurtadraba Sampurna Satatra Amurtadraba Sampurna Satatra Pati Sarovaraha Anena Vaidika Yananti Tata Pyagata Pujakaha Durga Panan Boshijam Ye Bhagata Satil Tasanata Shijam Bhagata Satil Tasanata Shijam Baivasu Ye Murutan Talma Samgrame Nashanena Talma Samgrame Nashanena Murutan Shijam Ye Paranosiam Goguruhe Jan Dil Tatoye Murutan Bitehe Brahmanol Te Svamikarie Dil Takushwetreshu Ye Murutan He Ye Murutan Neva Bitubamse Yoga Pya Sena Ye Murutan He Satapatra Pujakan Nityam Mahadanarata Shicha Ye Pravishananti Uttatare Tuvare Yananti Talmasapam Jante Turtiyahu Pashichimu Maigo Ratna Manandira Mananduitahu Ratna Manandira Ratna Manandira Manandira Ratna Manandira Mamduitahu Sutara Sasada Purna Sutara Sasada Purna Dil Kaka Pilvirajitahu Aira Batakulo de Puta Matatama Tanganga Samkulahu Aira Batakulo de Puta Matatama Tanganga Samkulahu Ujjai Hershiraba Samutapanana Hayaratana Samanan Bitahu Ujjai Hershiraba Samutapanana Ujjai Hershiraba Samutapanana Hayaratana Samanan Bitahu Ujjai Hershiraba Samutapanana Hayaratana Samanan Bitahu Ujjai Hershiraba Samutapanana Hayaratana Samanan Bitahu Etanatama Paran Yananti Satchachan Satara Parichinantakahu Ananya Vishnu Pakatan Shichan Kayatri Manantarajan Yakahu Kayatri Manantarajan Pakahu Parahimsa Paradrabhya Parabada Parang Mukhahu Parahimsa Paradrabhya Parabada Parang Mukhahu Sibadara Niratahu Sibadara Niratahu Sanantahu Sagunikan Vedapatakahu Brahmacharya Brata Brahmacharya Bratatara 나바 프랍스타 스타파스비나흐 나바 프라스타 스타파스 나 바나 바나 프라스타 스타파스비나흐 श्रीपाद सामनिया सपराह समलोषित शिमकांचनाह जिज्ञान वैराग्य समपन्नाह सर्वभूतहिते रताह शिव विष्णु व्रतकराह कर्म ब्रह्म समय पक्का कर्म ब्रह्म समय पक्काह 러너이스들이 러너이스들이 빌비니 러너이스들이 빌비닐 무고따흐 반짜야지냐라따흐 사당 베트르르놈 시라드타다따라흐 갈레 사티아는 무파사카흐 니자 상은가 비닐 무크타흐 사트 상은가티 파라야너흐 에타프 사로가너이 리우크타 비마나바라 삼스티타흐 비마나바라 삼스티타흐 수타바남 브라꿀바는 또 야는디 때 달마맘디라무 비샤는디 바시지마드바레 야는디 달마사파는 딸에 야마스타나가타는 드르셔트바 스바가탐 바다테 무후후 사무트타남 짱 꾸르테 데슈음 까치차티 사무무카무 다던 짜툴푸조 푸드반 샴카짜끄라가다시 푸르트 보노여 깔마라타남 짱 스네하는 미트라 빛바다 짜레트 스네하는 미트라 바다 짜레트 심하사남 짱 따다떼 나마스카람 까로티 짱 마다일캄 꾸르테 바시짜트 부자테 짜는다나 디피흐 나마스 꿀바는 뚜 포흐 사피아 지냐니남 파라마다라트 에슈메 마는돌람 피트반 브라흐마로캄 브라야시아티 포 부드티마탄 시르슈트 나라카클레샤피 라바흐 나라카클레샤피 라바흐 파바드피흐 사티담 보노열 데바트밤 보노열 데바트밤 수카다 야까무 마누숑 둘라팜 브라피아 니티암 야수투 나 사타예트 사야티 나라캄 코람 고니아스 타스마 다차타나흐 고니아스 타스마 다차타나흐 아스티레너 샤리레너 요스티라이시짱 타나디피흐 삼치노티 스티람 탈맘 사 에꼬 부드티마는 나라흐 being harassed. That's a victim of the crime going crazy because she's hearing Sanskrit. 다스마드 살바프라야트네나 깔타비오 달마 삼자야흐 까지 차트밤 보누여바트스타남 살바포가 사마는 밑담은 이티 탈마바짜흐 슈르트방안 땀 브라노미아 사팜 짜 땀 Amaraiha Pujyamana Sete Sutuyamana Munishibaraiha Bimanagano Samkil Noho Bimanagano Samkil Noho Prayananti Paramam Padama Getchid Talmas Hapayam Hi Dishitananti Paramadarat Ushuitavan Tatra Karipanantam Pukatavan Poganamanushan Prapunoti Punuya Shishwano Punuya Sheshwano Manushuyam Punuya Daishanama Mahatani Ja Salvajinyaha Salvasha Satarabisharadaha Punaha Sivat Mabichareno Tato Yati Param Katima Etatate Katitam Saivam Devayai Purushatam Yamalayama Idam Shiranam Bananaro Pagutiai Tamara Jasapam Prajat Iti Shri Garuda Puranue Sarodhatare Tamaraja Nagara Tamaraja Nagara Nirupanam Nama Chaturdashotyayaha. I'm serious. This is like, if this were just exorcism, I wouldn't mind it at all. But this one involves people possessions. What? That's what exorcism is. Okay, so God, I take it that this means you want me to exorcise these people who are demon possessed, who are reacting to my studies, my personal private stuff. They're reacting to it, they're harassing me. They're doing everything they can to stop me, going out of their ways, like times 2,000. So dear God, my request is this now. Let me perform the exorcism here from now on, in your only worthy son, King Yahusha's name, please. Amen. Namaste. Okay, so I'm gonna finish reading the translation and take a break. This is like I almost feel like I'm in a psych ward. This is like a psych ward of old people. Chapter 14, on account of the city of the King of Justice. Garuda said, what is the extent of the world of Yama? What is it like? By whom was it made? What is the assembly like? And with whom does justice reside? The righteous go by righteous ways to the mansion of justice. Tell me about those righteous ones and the ways, O treasure house of compassion. The Blessed Lord said, listen, O Daikushriya, and I will tell you about the shining city of justice, which is accessible to Narada and others, and is reached by the very meritorious. Between the south and southwest is the city of the son of Vivasvata, all built of diamonds, resplendent, impregnable by holy ones or demons. It is declared to be four-angled with four gateways surrounded by high ramparts and measuring 1,000 yojanas. I think reading the Sanskrit strengthens the translation when you read it, when people hear the utterance. In that city is the very lovely dwelling of Chitragupta, which extends to the number of 25 yojanas. Surrounded with shining ramparts of iron up to 10 heights, with hundreds of streets decorated with flags and banners, abounding in chariots, resounding with songs and music, decorated by skillful painters and constructed by divine architects, beautiful with gardens and parks, and sounding with the songs of various birds, habited in every part by celestial damsels and choristers. Chitragupta, seated on his most wonderful throne in that assembly, considers the lives of men individually. He is never mistaken in distinguishing between good and evil deeds, or by whom good or evil deeds have been done. And by order of Chitragupta, he experiences all of them there. To the east of the abode of Chitragupta is the great house of fever. To the south are those of rheumatism and skin diseases, and smallpox likewise. I'm just letting you guys know I'm being harassed right now, actively. To the west are those of the snare of death, dyspepsia and biliousness also. To the north there is consumption and jaundice likewise. To the northwest, headache. To the southeast, syncope. To the southwest is dysentery. To the northwest, cold and heat. With these and other diseases it is surrounded. Chitragupta records the good and evil of men 20 yojanas before the abode of Chitragupta. In the middle of the city is the very resplendent mansion of the King of Justice. It is shining with jewels and splendid like lightning, flame, and the sun. It is certainly 200 yojanas in extent and measures 50 yojanas in height. It is supported by thousands of pillars, decorated with emeralds, ornamented with gold, and is full of palaces and mansions, pleasing to the mind with cupolas of the splendor of the eternal sky, with beautiful crystal stairways, and walls beautified with diamonds, and with windows of strings of pearls decorated with flags and banners, rich with the sounds of bells and drums, and embellished with golden fringes. Filled with various wonders, with hundreds of golden doors, beautiful with trees, plants, and creepers without thorns. With these and other embellishments decorated always, it was created by the architect of the universe by the power of his own yoga. Yeah, I'm being extremely harassed. Thank you for acknowledging it. And that there's a divine assembly place which is 1,000 yojanas in extent, splendid like the sun, full of light and in every way satisfying, with no extreme heat and no extreme cold, most ravishing to the mind, with no sorrows and no old age there, and no trouble of hunger and thirst. All there are in a condition of happiness, whether they be human or divine. The eatables are tasteful and plentiful, and enjoyable in every way. The water, both hot and cold, are sweet. The sounds and other things there are pleasant, and trees always bear the fruit desired. That assembly, O Darkoshia, has no bondage, is enchanting, is a fulfiller of desires, and was created by the architect of the universe by doing tapas for a long time. Those who have done great tapas are of good vows, truth-speaking, tranquil, renouncing, accomplished, and purified by good actions go there. All there have bodies of light and are adorned with shining garments, and remain there ornamented with their own meritorious actions. There the Lord of Justice on a throne pure and incomparable, 10 yojanas in extent, bedecked with all kinds of jewels, sits the best of the good, his head dignified with the regal umbrella, ornamented with earrings, prosperous, made splendid with the large crown, adorned with all ornaments, splendid as a blue cloud, and fanned by celestial damsels bearing in their hands bands of hair. Multitudes of celestial choristers and numerous groups of celestial damsels round about serve him with songs, music, and dances. He is waited up by Murutyu with the news in his hand, by Kabbalah, still more powerful, and by Chitragupta, the recorder of fate. Surrounded by various servants equal to him in prowess, bearing awful nooses and rods, ready to do his bidding, who are the Agnishivatata, Pitrus, the Somapas, and the Ushimapas, the powerful Bahishuds, formed and formless, O bird, Aryamas and others, hosts of progenitors and others having forms. All these wait upon the King of Justice with the sages. Atari, Bashishuta, Bulaha, Dakusha, Kraturata, Angiras, Jamadagnia, and also Purugu, Pulasetia, Agasetia, Narada. These and many others in the assembly of the King of Progenitors, impossible to enumerate, either by their names or their deeds. Those who expound with accurate commentaries, the Taimashahasatras, serve the King of Justice by order of Parameshitwin. The kings of the solar race, also of the lunar race, these knowers of righteousness, wait upon the King of Justice in the assembly. Manu, Dilipa, Mantadang, Sagara, Pagirata, Ambarishu, Anaranuya, Mujakunanda, Nimi, Empurutu, Yayanati, Naushu, Puru, Dushumananta, Shibi, Nala, Parata, Chanantanuo, Banunruo, and also Sahasra Arjuna. These royal sages, meritorious, famous, well read in the Vedas, having performed many horse sacrifices, are in the assembly of righteousness. Righteousness alone prevails in the assembly of the King of Justice. There is there no favoritism, no untruthfulness, and no jealousy. All those assembled are knowers of the scriptures. all are devoted to righteousness, and in that assembly they continually wait upon Vaivasvata. Such a Daikushriya is the assembly of the great-souled King of Justice. The sinners who go by the southern path do not behold it. There are 4 ways leading into the city of the King of Justice. The way for the sinful has already been described to you. Being harassed again because I'm doing good. Those who go into the mansion of righteousness by the 3 gateways, eastern and others, are those of good deeds. By their merits they go into it. Hear about them. There is an eastern way abounding in all enjoyments, covered with the shade of Parijata trees and paved with jewels, busy with numerous chariots, splendidly lined with swans, bounded by trees and pleasure gardens, having the essence of nectar. By that go the holy Brahmin sages, the stainless royal sages, and multitudes of celestial damsels, choristers, magicians, and great serpents, and worshippers of the deities, and the devotees of Shiva, those who give rest houses in the summer, and who give fuel in winter, those who shelter ascetics in their houses during the rains and make them gifts, those who speak consolation to the mentally distressed, and certainly those who give a hermitage, and those who delight in truth and righteousness, those free from anger and greed, those devoted to father and mother, those taking pleasure in the service of their teachers, those who make gifts of land, of houses, of cows, those who impart learning, those who tell and listen to the Puranas, are travelers on the path. These and others of good deeds enter by the eastern gate. Skillful in goodness and of purified intelligence, they go to the assembly of righteousness. The second, the northern way, is filled with hundreds of great chariots and with palanquins, and is paved with yellow sandalwood. It is full of swans and waterfowl, and beautiful with Brahmani ducks, and there is there a delightful tank full of the essence of nectar. On this way go those who are learned in the Vedas, also those who honor guests, those who are worshippers of Durga and Panu, and those who bathe at the sacred waters at the changes of the moon, those who die in the pursuit of righteousness, and those who die of vows starvation, those who die in Benares, those who die in the protection of cattle, those who are accidentally drowned in the sacred waters, those who die for the sake of Brahmins, in the service of the Master, at the sacred waters and on holy ground, by the will of the Shining Ones, those who die in the practice of yoga, those who always honor the deserving, and those who delight in making great gifts, these entering by the northern gate reach the assembly of righteousness. The third, the western way, is beautified with jeweled dimensions and splendid with ponds always filled with the essence of nectar. It is filled with maddened elephants sprung of the family of Airavata, and with jewels of horses sprung from Uchchaiha. By this way go the self-reliant, those who contemplate the good scriptures, those entirely devoted to Vishnu, those who repeat the Gayatri Mantra, those who turn away from injury to others, from the wealth of others, and from calumny, those faithful to their wives, the good, those who maintain household fires, those who repeat the Vedas, observers of the vow of celibacy, forest dwellers, the austere, devotees of the feet of Shri, those intent upon renunciation, those who look equally upon gold, stone, and earth, those who have attained knowledge and dispassion, those intent upon the welfare of all beings, those who keep vows to Shiva and Vishnu, those who perform the rites of Brahma, those who are rid of the threefold debt, those who always take pleasure in the 5 sacrifices, those who perform Shraddha for the forefathers, those who perform the Sanantya at the proper times, those who abstain from the company of the wicked, devoted to the society of the good. These, accompanied by numbers of celestial damsels, ascend the best of chariots. They drink nectar and go to the mansion of righteousness, and entering by the western gate, go to the assembly of righteousness. Yama, seeing them come, rising and coming forward, repeatedly bids them welcome. Then, assuming his forearms, holding his conch, discus, mace, and sword, he speaks and acts in a kind and friendly way to those who delight in meritorious deeds. He offers them the throne and bows to them, washes their feet, and then honors them with sandal paste and other things, Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, I just confirmed that it's the victim of a serious crime who cannot listen to Sanskrit because she's being, her lord are the demons who defeated her. Not just the truth. Do I take offense at it? Not anymore. Not that now that I've confirmed it. It's really sad, You get attacked by. So sometimes the victims of a serious crime turn into zombies. Okay. Yama, seeing them come, rising and coming forward, repeatedly bids them welcome. Then, assuming his forearms, holding his conch, discussed mace and sword, he speaks and acts in a kind and friendly way to those who delight in meritorious deeds. He offers them the throne and bows to them, washes their feet, and then honors them with sandal paste and other things. O you assembled, salute with deepest reverence the knower. He departing from our dominion will go to the world of Brahma. O best of the wise who avoid the pains of hell, you have by your merits attained divinity, the state of happiness. He who, attaining the human state difficult to reach, never acts wisely, he goes to a dreadful hell. Who is more foolish than he? He who, in the impermanent body, and amid perishable wealth and other things, stores up unchanging righteousness, he alone is a wise man. Therefore should righteousness be accumulated with every effort. Go you to the holy place which abounds in all enjoyments. They, having heard the words of justice, and having saluted him and the assembly, and being honored by the immortals and extolled by the leaders of the sages, go along the highest path, accompanied by multitudes of chariots. Then those in that assembly of righteousness rise up with great respect. Having spent there some ages, and enjoyed superhuman pleasures, they obtain, as a result of their merits, holy human birth, multi and wise, expert in all the scriptures. Then again they go to the highest condition by their own good conduct. All this about the abode of Yama has been told you upon your asking. The man who hears this with devotion goes to the assembly of the King of Justice. I try with devotion, I get distracted by the world. Does that count? Shri Yama? Namaste. Okay, I don't know if I need a break. That walking away was sort of a break. Oh, I forgot to switch to alright, so this is what I'm gonna do for you. I'll pause and I'll do page by page because I don't want to waste my time. Here we go. I'll count up to 5 and then move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're following along, just pause it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is my break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that's the. It's kind of sad, you find out that the victims of a serious crime can sometimes, it doesn't happen all the time, not at all. Sometimes they turn into zombies, and it's more frequent than you think. That's hence the disappointment. You think it's just, one out of 100, but no, it's more than that. These are some of the stuff that never gets talked about. Like, nobody talks about it. Yeah, I got saved by water. Alright, so I'm gonna move on. $183. Yeah, I should, huh? I'm gonna take a longer break. I'll go a little more than usual. So this is, that was Garuda Purana, chapter 14. Sorry about that. I forgot to, that's what happens when I get distracted, when, people are reacting to my Sanskrit and making stupid noises. A victim of a serious crime. But it kind of makes sense if you think about it. Because, a cat who was abused, a victim of a serious crime, abused, if you approach it, sometimes it'll attack you. Most of the time it'll attack you. It won't respond the normal way, You won't... It'll respond in shock. It will not respond with even if it wanted to, walk away normally, an abused cat will not walk away normally. I think I need more water. And the funny thing about life is there seems to be no real winners and losers in life. Everybody dies one day. The soul's born again, tries again, dies again. It's a constant struggle. Okay, here we go. Namaste. just want to see how long this thing is. Tam 윤자 탐 마나소 요 자비야는 뜨리 비투 반투누 바는투로 자비야는 뜨리 바는투로 부르셔노 야스뜨리 자크라흐 예노파야 타흐 수크르토 두로넘 뜨리타 두나 바타토 빌나 발노이흐 수부르드라토 발타테 야는 나피 구쇼음 야뜨띠시터야 야뜨띠시터타 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 야뜨띠시터타흐 그라또 많은 따누 뿌르구쇼에 바쁘쇼여 사차타미암 길디보 두히뚜로셔사 사차테 비슈터땀 수부르땀 요라토 바마누 브라타니 발타테 마비 하비시마느 예나 나라 나사티에셔 야티아이 발티리아 타스타나야야 발티리아 타스타나야야 뜨마네자 마밤 부르고 마 부르기라 다탈슈인 마 다탈슈인은 마 바리 발끝두 발끝다 묻다 마디 타그다무 아얌 밤 파고 니히타 이얌 길다스라 비메 맘 니타요 마투나무 유밤 고타마흐 부루밀러호 부루미르호 아띠릴다스라 하바테바세 하비시마느 디샴나 디시트 무르주 예나 예바 디시트 무르주 예바 야는따 메 하밤 나 사티오파 야따무 아따리시마 다마사스파 라마시아 프라티 밤 수토모 아시비나 바타이 에하 야땀 바티필 데바야 나의 비디아 메숑 부르자남 지라다 누무 나마스테 Make ready that which passed thought in swiftness, that hath 3 wheels and triple seat ye mighty, whereon ye seek the dwelling of the pious, whereon threefold ye fly like birds with pinions. Light rolls your easy chariot, bearing earthward what time for food ye full of wisdom mounted. May this song wondrous fair attend your glory, ye as ye travel, wait on dawn heaven's daughter. Ascend your lightly rolling cart, approaching the worshipper, who turns him to his duties. Whereon ye come unto the house to quicken man and his offspring, Onasatya heroes. Let not the she-wolf harm you, forsake one not, nor pass me by for others. Here stands your share, here is your hymn, ye mighty, yours are these vessels full of pleasant juices. Gotama Burumirulha. Atari, bringing oblations, I'll invoke you for protection, like one who goes straight to the point directed, come, Yednasatyas, to mine invocation. We have passed over the limit of this darkness, our praise hath been bestowed on you, O Ashivans. Come hitherward by paths which God hath travelled, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. Okay, taking a short break. Tomorrow's Christmas. Those Satan celebrate Christmas. Does Satan celebrate Hanukkah? Does Satan belong even in the society? Is Satan completely isolated from the rest of the society for the rest of his immortal life, unless he needs food and other necessities? Okay, so Garuda Purana is over. It's taking a break. I'm gonna read Bhagavad Gita. Today is chapter 17, I think. Oh, let's check. Tomorrow is once again the last chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It's 28 verses, or 28 shlokas. It's funny. The battery says like 60-70%. Here we go. Namaste. Ata sabda dashotyayah shradha drabhiphaga yogah Arjuna uvacha ye shasdarabhiti mutusarajya yajanante shradha yanan vidah Teshwam Vishitha Dukka Kurishana Satatavamaho Rajasatamaho. Yeah, don't underestimate the victims of crime. You know, thinking, oh, they won't attack us. They're victims too. They won't attack us. No, in reality, it could be a different story. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Trivitai Pavati Shradhatai Tehinam Sa Sivapa Bajai Sa Tataviki Rajasi Jaiva Tamasi Jati Tam Shranu. Satatapanurupa Saivasya Shradhatai Pavati Bharata Shradhata Mayoyam Purusho Yo Yajashradhataha Sa Eva Saha Yajanante Sa Tatavika Devanya Kusharakashomsi Rajasaha Pratanam Putakanom Shechanye Yajanante Tamasa Janaha Asha Sutra Vihitam Koram Tapyanante Ye Tapo Janaha Tamampa Hagankara Samyukataha Kamaragala Tamampa Hagankara Samyukataha Kamaragabalananvitaha Kaishoyanantaha Sharirastham Bhutagrama Machetasaha Mam Jaivanantaha Sharirastham Danam Vidatya Suranam Vishra Vishachayanan Danam Vidatya Sura Danam Vidatya Sura Nishachayana Aha Rasatvapi Salvasya Tribito Pavati Kuriyaha Yajinya Sata Pasatatan Danam Teshum Pedamimam Shuranu Ayuha Satatva Bala Rogya Sukapuri Dibivaitanaha Rasyaha Sinikutaha Satira Hurudya Aharaha Satatvikapuriyaha Katavamulava Lavano Katavamulava Lavano Diushanoti Kushinaru Kushabida Hinaha Ahara Rajasasyeshata Duakashoka Mayapradaha Yatayamam Katarasam Puti Pariushvitam Jayat Uchachishitamapi Jometyam Pojanam Tamasapuriyam. Okay, something tells me to go back here. I'll have to accept it. Kattavambulala Kattavambulalabano Diushanati Kushinaru Kushabidahinaha Kattavambulalabano Diushanati Kushinaru Kattavambulalabano Diushanati Kushinaru Kushi Kattavambulalabano Diushanati Kushinaru Kusha Kattalabano Kattamulalabano Diushanati Kushinaru Kushabidahinaha. Sorry about that. Ahara Rajasasyeshata Tuhakashoka Mayapradaha Yatayamam Katarasam Puti Pariushvitam Jayat Uchachishitamapi Jametyam Pojanam Tamasapuriyam Apala Gangan Kushi Piajinyo Apala Gangan Kushi Piriajinyo Apala Gangan Kushi Bipi Apala Gangan Kushi Piriajinyo Bitid Rishatwo Ya Ijiate Yashatavyam Mepeti Manaha Samataya Satatavikaha Apisanantaya Tu Palam Tamampai Tamapi Jaiva Yat Ijiate Paratashireshutho Dam Yajinyam Biditi Rajasamu Vitihi Namasatrashatanam Vitihi Namasatrashatanam Manantarahi Namadakushuinama Manantarahi Namadakushuinama Shiradata Piyahi Shiradata Birahitam Shiradata Birahitam Yajinyam Tamasam Parichakushate Devad Bija Guru Pura Jinyapu Janam Shauchamal Jabam Brahmacharya Mahimsa Chariram Tapa Uchyate Anudubegakaram Bhakyam Satyam Puriyahitam Cha Yat Svathyaya Pyasanam Chaiva Pangamayam Tapa Uchyate Manahu Prasadahu Saumyatvam Maunamat Manumabini Grahahu Maunamat Mabini Grahahu Pava Samshututi Ritye Tatatapo Pava Samshututi Ritye Tatatapo Mana Samuchyate Shiradatayan Parayan Tabutam Tapasu Tatatari Bitan Tatatari Tapasa Tapasu Tatatari Tapasu Tatatari Bitam Naraihu Apala Gang Gushui Piryugataihu Satatubikam Parichakushate Satakaramana Pujal Tam Tapo Namumpena Jaiba Yat Kriyate Tadiha Prokotam Rajasam Jalamaturubam Muthakra Henotamano Yatapi Doya Kriyate Tapahu Parasiot Sada Nal Tam Ba Tatata Masamuda Huratam Tatabiyamiti Dadada Yadadanam Tiyayenupakari Nue Tiyatenupakari Nue Teshekale Cha Patre Cha Tadadanam Satatubikam Sumuratama Yatutu Pratyupakara Tam Palamudutishya Ba Punahu Tiyate Cha Parikulishatam Tadadanam Rajasam Sumuratama Adeshakale Yadadanam Apatre Pyashacha Tiyate Asatu Kuratama Bajinyatam Tadatam Asamuda Huratama Tatasaditi Nildesho Brahmanos Tribitahu Sumuratahu Brahmanos Tena Petashicha Yajinya Shicha Pihitahu Puran Tasma Domitiuda Hurutia Yajinyadana Tapahu Kriyahu Prabaltanante Vitanokatahu Satatam Brahma Padinam Adityana Pisanantaya Palam Yajinyatapahu Kriyahu Tana Kriya Shecha Bibitahu Kriyanante Bokushakangal Kushui Pihu Sadupave Satupave Cha Saditya Tatapura Mujiate Saditya Tatapura Yujiate Parashasate Kaimanui Tatan Sacha Chabudahu Balta Yujiate Yajinya Tapasi Tane Cha Satitihu Saditi Jojiate Kaima Jaiba Tadaltiyam Saditiyeva piti yate Ashirad tayan Hutam tatatam Tapasatapatam Kuratam cha yate Asadityu jyate Balta na cha Tatapuratia no iha Balta na cha Tatapuratia no iha. That was it. Tatasaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Supanishatusu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Shradha Traya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Sabdatamotya Sabdatashotyaya. Yeah, the victim of the violent, serious crime is harassing me. Almost just the truth. I don't like it. I wish he hadn't, mess with me, but demons. Arjuna said, what is the state, O Krishna, of those who, abandoning the ordinances of the scriptures, perform sacrifices and deal with fate? Is it one of goodness or passion or darkness? The Holy One said, the faith of embodied is of three kinds. It is born of their natures. It is good, passionate, and dark. Hear now these. The faith of one, O Parata, is conformable to his own nature. A being here is full of faith, and whatever is one's faith, one is even that. They that are of the quality of goodness worship the gods. They that are of the quality of passion, the yakshas and the rakshas. Other people that are of the quality of darkness worship departed spirits and hosts of puts. Those people who practice severe ascetic austerities not ordained by the scriptures, given up to hypocrisy and pride, and endued with desire, attachment, and violence, those persons possessed of no discernment, torturing the groups of organs in the bodies, and me also seated within the bodies, should be known to be of demoniac resolves. Food which is dear to all is of three kinds. Sacrifice, penance, and gifts are likewise. Listen to their distinctions as follows. Those kinds of food that increase life's period, energy, strength, health, well-being, and joy, which are savory, oleaginous, nutritive, and agreeable, are liked by the good. Those kinds of food which are bitter, sour, salted, overhot, pungent, dry, and burning, and which produce pain, grief, and disease, are desired by the passionate. The food which is cold, without savor, stinking, and corrupt, and which is even refuse and filthy, is dear to men of darkness. That sacrifice is good which, being prescribed by the ordinance, is performed by persons without any longing for the fruit, and the mind being determined that its performance is a duty. But that which is performed in expectation of fruit, and even for the sake of ostentation, know that sacrifice, O chief of the sons of Parata, to be of the quality of passion. That sacrifice which is against the ordinance, in which no food is dealt out, which is devoid of manatras, in which no fees are paid to the brahmanas assisting at it, and which is void of faith, is said to be of the quality of darkness. Reverence to the gods, regenerate ones, preceptors, and men of knowledge, purity, uprightness, the practices of a brahmacharin, and abstention from injury are said to constitute the penance of the body. The speech which causeth no agitation, which is true, which is agreeable and beneficial, and the diligent study of the Vedas are said to be the penance of speech. Serenity of the mind, gentleness, taciturnity, self-restraint, and purity of the disposition, these are said to be the penance of the mind. This threefold penance, performed with perfect faith by men without desire of fruit and with devotion, is said to be of the quality of goodness. That penance which is performed for the sake of respect, honor, and reverence, with hypocrisy which is unstable and transient, is said to be of the quality of passion. That penance which is performed under a deluded conviction, with torture of one's self and for the destruction of another, is said to be of the quality of darkness. Ooh, so sometimes the victims of the serious crime possess the quality of the darkness. Ooh. So they don't know oftentimes what they're doing against good people, if they do it. I would say it's probably a percentage of it. Let's just safely say about 20% of them. That gift which is given because it ought to be given to one who cannot return any service for it in a proper place at a proper time, and to a proper person is said to be of the quality of goodness. That, however, which is given reluctantly for return of services, or even with an eye to fruit, that gift is said to be of the quality of passion. In an unfit place and an unfit time, the gift that is made to an unworthy object, without respect and with contempt, is said to be of the quality of darkness. This is said to be the threefold designation of Brahma. By that the Brahmanas and the Vedas and the sacrifices were ordained of old. Therefore, uttering the syllable the sacrifices, gifts, and penances prescribed by the ordinance of all utterers of Brahma begin. Uttering Tattva, the various rites of sacrifice, penance, and gifts without expectation of fruit are performed by those that are desirous of deliverance. Sattva is employed to denote existence and goodness. Likewise, Osanaprata, the word Sattva, is used in any auspicious act. Constancy in sacrifices, in penances, and in gifts is also called the Sattva, and an act too, for the sake of that, is called the Sattva. Whatever oblation is offered, whatever is given away, whatever penance is performed, whatever is done without faith, is Osanaprata, said to be the opposite of Sattva, and that is not both here and hereafter. Okay, so that was chapter 17. I'm gonna just keep going, I guess. I have half an hour left, but I'll add like 10 minutes to it because I think I took some breaks. Let me read you today's headlines, top stories. American Airlines flights resume after brief halt over computer issue. Trump is threatening to take over the Panama Canal, which Panama Canal, which Panama owns outright. White Christmas forecast, where snow ice is expected. Big banks, business groups sue U.S. Fed over annual stress tests. Discovery of 50,000-year-old baby mammoth, a big boon to researchers. How one village became the Christmas capital of Washington State. Officer killed after responding to supermarket. We're heartbroken. Toyota is donating $1 million to Trump's inauguration. One dead, 5 hospitalized after boat explosion and dock fire in Florida. Wow. Okay, so next up is the Yoga Sutra. I wanna finish it today. Let's see how. Yeah, I think I could finish it today. So that's 3 days for book 1 of Yoga Sutra with Vyasa's comment in Sanskrit and in English in 3 days. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Vamos at the Yasya number 4. As sometimes my computer does this too. Go in and out. Number 4. Yadidam. And there's another version. And the second version is Yasyedam. Okay, that's it. Is my voice changing? Jitatasya pasatita Jitatasya pasatita syedam Shasatirena parikaima Nildishyate Tatakatam Maitri Karuna Mudito Pekushanam Sukatu Kampunui Sukatuhaka punuya Sukatuhaka punuya Vishayanam Pavana Dashitita Prasadanam Tatra Salva Pranui Salva Pranuishu Sukha Sampoga Pananeshu Sukha Sampoga Pananeshu Maitrim Pavayat Tuhakiteshu Karunam Punuya Tamakeshu Muditam Apunuya Shila Bekushu Apunuya Shila Shu Bekushum Avamasya Pavayataha Shukulo Taimaha Upajayate No, Shukulo Taima Upajayate Bush Patashichan Chitatam Prasidati Prasadanameka Gram Number 1 Grasati Prasadanameka Grasati Padam Yep, got it. Satiti Padam Lapate of which this purification is enjoined by the system. By what means is this? By the cultivation of friendliness towards happiness and compassion towards pain, and joy towards merit and indifference towards demerit, the undisturbed calm of the mind stuff. Of these, he should cultivate friendliness towards all living beings that have reached the experience of happiness, compassion towards those in pain, joy towards those whose character is meritorious, indifference towards those whose character is demeritorious. When he thus cultivates, the white quality comes into being, and then the mind stuff becomes calm. And when calm, it becomes single in intent and reaches the stable state. That's a really cool sutra for me. Okay, so is my picture a little more clear now than before? Because I'm using a scale filtering called Lankazos. Such a technical name. Might give a heart attack to the ancients if you said it. Like, have you heard of Lankazos? What is it? Sounded so fast. It sounded like you put 30 words into 3 syllables. Lankazos. Prachichalana vitarano pyam pranasya Gashatoyasya Bayol Nasika Buddha Pyam Prayatana Vishesha Vamanam Prayatana Vishesha Vamanam Prachichaldanam Vitaranam Pranoyamasata Pyam Pa Manasaha Satitim Sampadayat Wait, I didn't do... No, I did. I remember. Stiti Padam. Did I do Stiti Padam? I have to read it again. Stira Padam. Stira Padam. Apate. Okay, so I'll read 34 again. Well, I'll read from here just to be safe. Parasanameka gram stira pada. Parasanameka gra stiti padam. Prasanna gra stira padam. Prasanna gram stira padam. Napate. Okay, I covered everything. Pracha chaldana vitarano pyam pa pranosya. Gausha toyosya. Vayulnasika putu pyam. Prayatana visheshwa bamanam. Pracha chaldanam vitaranam prano yamasata pyam pa manasaha satitim sampadayat. Okay, now moving on. Sorry about that. It's a waste of time. I'm adding 10 minutes anyway. Or by expulsion and retention of breath. Expulsion is the ejection of the abdominal air through the apertures of the nose by a special kind of effort. Retention is restraint of the breath. Or by these two, he should attain to a stability of the central organ. Vishoyabati ma praburati niruta pananai praburati niruta pananai manasahu satitini panantani. Number 3. Satitini banantini. Nasika gure taraya tosya yan taraya tosya yan divya gananta sambita sai gananta prapurata tihu jihuva gure rasa sambita taluni rupa sambita jihuva matye spasha sambita jihuva mule shabuda sambidiyat. Number 4. Tahu Prab. Shabuda sambidiyat tahu. And then it starts at a different position. But I think it skips a lot of different things. Unless it means where's the word Purutataya. That's all I could think of. I'm gonna assume that's what they meant, because there's a thing there. It seems like a misprint, and that must have been, they try to maybe point that the other way. Purutataya udapanana shichitatam. Sthitau nibatnananti samshayam vitamananti samati prajinyayam ja tivari pavananti ti. There's number 1. I hope I don't get harassed too much while I'm doing this today. Pavananti etena janandra Dityagrahamanui pradi parashemyadishu. Janandra Dityagrahamanui pradi parashemyadishu. Janandra Dityagrahamanui pradi parashemyadishu. Prabhuratati pananai Vishayapatieva Peditabhya Yadyapi 히 따뜻 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 샤이라 바가타 말타 따뜻밤 야디아비 히 따뜻 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 샤이라 바가타 말타 따뜻밤. Dear God, please protect me from being harassed while I'm reading Sanskrit from humans that are not from you, obviously. I ask you in your only worthy son, King Usha's name. Amen. 야디아비 히 따뜻 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 샤이라 바가타 말타 따뜻밤 사드 푸다메바 파바티 에테슈음 야타 푸달 타프라티 바다나사 말티아트 따타비 야바데카데 쇼피 가시치는 날 스바카라너 삼베디오 파바티 따바트 살밤 바로쿠 셔미바 빠발가 디슈 수쿠시메 시발 테슈 나 드르텀 부드키 무트 바다야티 부드키 무트 바다야티 부드티 무트 바다야티. Just covering myself in case they spelled it wrong. 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼페 보드발라날 타메바바시암 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼파드보 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼법드발라날 타메바바시암 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼포 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼포드 발라노 날타 따스마츠 차스드라 누마나 자리오빠데 쇼포드 발라날타 메바바시암 가시지달 타비셰쇼흐 브라티아쿠 슈이 갈타비아흐 따뜨라 따두바디시들 타이카 데샤 브라티아쿠 셔트베 따두바디시들 타이카 데샤 브라티아쿠 셔트베 따뜨라 따두바디시들 타이카 데샤 브라티아쿠 셔트베 사티 사이밤. Number 2. 수수쿠시마비쇼야마피 아빠발가츠 츠라드 티야테 아빠발가츠 츠라드 티야테 에타달타메베담 찌드타 파리칼마 닐디시아테 아니야타수 아니야타수 브르트티슈 다드비쇼야얌 바시가라 삼진야얌 무파자다얌 바시가라 삼진야얌 무파자다얌 사말탐 사드타시야 시야드타시야 다스말타시야 브라티아쿠시가라노 야티 타타 사티 시라드타 비리아 스무르티 사마타 요시야 프라티 바는테나 시라드타 비리아 스무르티 사마타 요시야 프라티 바는테나 시라드타 비리아 스무르티 사마타 요시야 프라티 바는테나 타타 사티 시라드타 비리아 스무르티 사마타 요시야 프라티 바는테나 파비시오는 띠. Was a little rough. Pool died body bottom. Okay. think I read everything correctly. Or a sense activity arises connected with an object, bringing the central organ into a relation of stability. The consciousness of supernormal order in one who attends fixedly to the tip of his nose is sense activity with order. On the tip of the tongue, the consciousness of supernormal taste. On the palate, the supernormal color. On the middle of the tongue, the consciousness of touch. On the root of the tongue, the consciousness of sound. These sense activities, when arisen, bring the mind stuff into a relation of stability, dispel doubt, and become a way of approach to concentrated insight. Thus, sense activity, with regard to the moon or the sun or planets or gems, or a lamp or similar objects, when it arises, should be regarded as being connected with an object. For although the true nature of things as they really are becomes accessible by means of the various sciences and by inferences and by the instruction of masters, since these are adequate to inform us of the things as they are, still so long as any part whatsoever has not become consciously knowable by the appropriate organ, the whole seems immediately perceived, and the thinking substance is not made to arise firmly with regard to such subtle intended objects as release. Therefore, only for the sake of reinforcing books and inferences, and the instruction of masters, some one particular thing must necessarily be made an object of perception. Then after a portion of the intended object as taught by these has been made the object of perception, the whole, even unto such an exceeding subtle object as release, is thoroughly believed. For precisely this purpose the purification of the mind stuff is enjoined. If there are fluctuations unrestrained, then when the consciousness of being master with regard to these has been produced, it will be adequate to effect the perception of these various intended objects. And this done, he will without hindrance acquire belief, energy, mindfulness, concentration. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Bishokan Pan Jyotishmati Prabhupada Tiruta Panana Manasah Sititini Banantani Diat Nuvaltate Sititini Banantani Dianud Sititini Banantani Dianuvaltate. Number 3. Banantini Sititini Banantini Dianu Sititini Banantini Dianu Baltate Porudaya Punundari Ike Tarayato Yan Buddhitisambit Buddhitisatbam Hi Pasvarama Shakalpam Pasvarama Shakalpam Tatra Satiti Vaisha Radiat Parabaratatiha Suryanandu Suryanandugura Hamanui Praparup Rupakarana Suryanandugura Hamanui Praparupakarano Kareno Suryanandugura Hamanui Praparupakareno Pikalpate Tatasmitayam Samapananam Chitatam Distarangam Mahodati Kalpam Distarangam Mahodati Kalpam Shanantamanantamanun Masit Shanantamanananta 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 Manananta Shanantamanananta Shanantamanananta Tamasmit Shanantamanananta Masmita Matram Pavati Yaturada Mukutamu Tamanuma Taramatama Namun Manu Vidya Samityavam tamanu matramat manam manu tamanu matramat tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tyevam tavat samprabjanite. Oh, say it again. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tyevam. Oh, I missed out on the numbers. Did I miss out on any numbers here? Nope. Oh, this one, Saivam. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention. Oh no, I did it. I remember it. Okay. I'm safe. I'm getting smarter than myself. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tyevam. And then number 1. Tietam. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietavat sanprajatite. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietavat samprajanite. Tavat samprajanite. Then there's number 2. Pratijan. If I could find it. Prati. Tavat sampratijanite. So I should do the other version then. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietat tavat. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietavat sampratijan ite. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietavat sampratijati. Tamanu matramat manamanu vidyasmi tietavat sampratijanite iti. Eshvu tvai bishokan bishoyavati asmita manana asmita matra ja pravratil jyotishmati tiuchyate. Pravratil jyotishmi pravratil jyotishmati pravratil jyotishmati tiuchyate. Yaya yogi nashachitatam satiti padam lapata iti. Or an undistressed luminous. The word sense activity, when a reason brings the central organ into a relation of stability, are supplied from. This is that consciousness of the thinking substance, which occurs when fixes his attention upon the lotus of the heart. For the sattva of the thinking substance becomes resplendent and like the air. By skill in keeping stable in this sense activity, because resplendent as the sun or the moon or planets or gems, becomes transformed in appearance. Thus, his mind stuff comes to a state of balance with regard to the feeling of personality and becomes waveless like the great sea, peaceful, infinite, the feeling of personality, and not beside. With regard to which it has been said, pondering upon the self, which is a mere atom, one is conscious in the same way as when one is conscious to the extent that one says I am. This undistressed sense activity is of 2 kinds, in connection with an object, and the feeling of personality and not beside is called luminous, by means of which the mind stuff of the yogin gains a stable state. Okay, now real fun begins now. Vitaraga vishoyam ba chittama Pitara chitta lamambano parakatam ba yogi nashichitam satiti padam lapata iti. Or the mind stuff by having as its object freed from passion, or influenced by having as the supporting object a mind stuff free from passion, the yogin's mind stuff reaches the stable state. Svapuna nidra jinyala Svapuna nidra jinyana lamambanam ba Svapuna jinyana lamambanam. Number 3. Okay. Ba nidra jinyana lamambanam ba. Number 4. Yo. Okay. Tadakaram yogi nashichitam satiti padam lapata iti. Or by having as the supporting object a perception in dream or in sleep, or assuming that form which has as its supporting object either a perception in dream or in sleep, the yogin's mind stuff reaches the stable state. Yatha pimata dhyana deva Yatha pimata dhyana deva Yadeva pimatam tadeva dhyayat Tatra labhutasatiti kamanya tatrapi labhutasatiti kamanya trapi satiti padam lapata iti. Or by contemplation upon any such an object as is desired. Let him contemplate whatever object he desires. Having reached stability there, the mind stuff reaches the stable state elsewhere also. Paramanu paramamahatitvanan tosya Pashikarah Sukushime Nivishamanasya Paramananda Banantam Paramanam Banantam. Number 1. Para paramanam banantam satiti padam lapata iti sutule divishamanasya paramamahatatvanantam satiti padam chittatasya evam tamupayim kotuimanutavato sosya pratikatah. Number 2. Sosya pratikatah sa paro vashikarah tad vashikarat paripurnam yoginashichetam na punarabhya sakuratam parikaima pekushata iti. His mastery extends from the smallest atom to the greatest magnitude. The mind stuff entering into a subtle thing reaches a stable state which extends to the smallest atom. Entering a coarse thing, it reaches a stable state which extends to the greatest magnitude. This freedom from obstruction of his while advancing in this way to both of these kinds of limits is complete mastery. So the yogin's mind stuff filled full of mastery needs not again the purification perfected by practice. I wanna keep going. My time is up, but Atan Nabutasatitikasya Jatasahu Kim Savaru Ban Kim Bishoyan Ban Sama Patatiriti Tadujiate Kushui no Buddha Pijan Tap Sieba Kushui no Buddha Pijan Tasieba Manuel Graha Manuel Grahi Durograha no Grahi Eshu Tatusatatada Tatusata Danjanatan Sama Padatihu Tatusata Danjanatan Sama Padatihu Kushui no Buddha Dariti Pratya Sutamita Pratya Sutamita Pratya Yasya Tialtahu Pratya Sutamita Pratya Yasya Tialtahu Pratya Sutamita Pratya Yasya Pratya Sutamita Pratya Yasya Tialtahu Apija Tasyeva Manueliti Durushudan Topadanam Yatan Sepatuika Upmashiraya Pedat Tatata Drupo Parakata Upashiraya Pedat Tatata Drupo Parakata Upashiraya Pedat Tatata Drupo Parakata Upashiraya Pedat Tatata Upashiraya Pedat Tatata Drupo Parakata Upashiraya Rupa Kareno Nilpasate Tatan Grahya Lamambano Parakatam Jitatam Grahya Samapananam Grahya Sabarupa Kareno Nilpasate. Number 1. Tatan Putasu Kushimo Parakatam Putasu Kushima Sama Putasu Kushima Sama Pananam Putasu Kushima Sabaru Pa Sam Pavati Tatan Sutula Lamambano Parakatam Sutula Rupa Sama Pananam Sutula Rupa Pa Sam Pavati Tatan Vishva Pedo Parakatam Vishva Peda Sama Pananam Vishva Rupa Pa Sam Pavati Tatan Grahano Shivapi Nandriya Shivapi Grahano Shivapi Nandriya Shivapi Sutu Okay, number 2, sorry. Yeshu. Okay. Grahano Shivapi Nandri Yeshu Drashitavyam Grahano Lamambano Parakatam Grahano Samapananam Grahano Sabarupa Karena Nilpasate Tatan Grahituru Purusho Lamambano Parakatam Grahituru Purusho Lamambano Parakatam Grahituru Purusho Samapananam Grahituru Purusho Sama Grahituru Purusho Samapananam Grahituru Purusho Sabarupa Karena. Wait, did I do? I don't think I did number 2.
Oh no, I did it. Okay. Nilpasate. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Taton. Mukta Purusha Laman Mukta Purusha Lamambano Parakatam. Mukta Purusha Sama Pananam. Mukta Purusha Savarupa Karena Nilpasata. Number 1. Nilpasate. Which one is the correct one? Iti. Tadeva ma pijan tamanui pakare pasya. Tadeva ma pijan tamanui kare. Tadeva ma pijan tamanui kare pasya. Jataso grahi turgrahana grahyeshu. Purushwanandriya puteshu yan. Tatasutatadan janatan. Deshu sutitasya. Tadagara patatiha san. Sama patatiritiu jate. Now, when the mind has reached stability, what is the balanced state as such, and as directed to an object, this is told. From which, as from a precious gem, fluctuations have dwindled away, is, with reference either to the knower, or to the process of knowing, or to the object to be known, in the state of resting upon of these, and in the state of being tinged by of these, and is in the balanced state. The meaning of the words, from which fluctuations have dwindled away, refers it of which the presented ideas have come to rest. He takes as the example the words, as from a precious gem. Just as a crystal is tinged by the various colors of the different things next to which it lies, and appears as having the form of the colored thing next to which it lies, so the mind stuff is influenced by referring to the object to be known, and comes into a state of balance with the object to be known, and appears as having the form of the object to be known, as it is in self. It is it in. Sorry, I got seriously distracted. So the mind stuff is influenced by referring to the object to be known, and comes into a state of balance with the object to be known, and appears as having the form of the object to be known, as it is in itself. Influenced by a subtle element, it comes into a state of balance with the subtle element, and seems to be the subtle element itself. Likewise, influenced by referring to a coarse, it comes into a state of balance with the coarse form, and seems to have a coarse form. Similarly, influenced by particular things of the world, it comes into a state of balance with the particular thing of the world, and seems to have the form of the world. An analogous situation would be found to exist also with reference to the processes of knowing in the organs of sense. Influenced by referring to a process of knowing, it comes into a state of balance with the process of knowing, and appears as having the form of the process of knowing, as it is in itself. Similarly, influenced by referring to the self as knower, it comes into a state of balance with the self as knower, and appears as having the form of the self as knower. Similarly, influenced by referring to a liberated self, it comes into a state of balance with the liberated self, and appears as having the form of the liberated self. Thus it is that the mind, which is like a precious gem, in the state of resting upon it of these, upon the knower, or upon the process of knowing, or upon the object to be known, upon the self, or a sense organ, or an element, in a state of being tinged by by these, while resting upon these, changes into their form. This is said to be in the balanced state. Sorry, I'm getting seriously harassed. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. My time is up, but something, I don't know, just wanna finish it. I just wanna finish the damn thing. I did a lot today though. Should I give myself a break? What kind of break do I have if I'm not myself? What kind of break do I have when I'm surrounded by enemies who don't want me to speak Sanskrit? Okay, I'll do one more then. 따뜨라 샤부당 타지냐 나비까를 빠이흐 삼킬너 사비딸깡 스마 빠뜨티흐 따디아탕 가오리티 샤부도 가오리티 알토 가오리티 지냐나미티아 비바 파게나 지냐나미티아 비파게나 비파크다나마비 그라하넘 들으셨다무 비파지야마나 셰짱아니에 샤부다 탈말 아니엘 타탈말 아니에 비지냐나 탈말 이티에테숑 비파크다흐 빠는탕아흐 따뜨라 사마 빠는나시야 요기노 요 마가달디알타흐 바가디알타흐 사마티브라지냐얌 사마루트흐 사 짜쯔 차부달 타지냐 나비까르빠 누비드타 짜쯔 차부달 타지냐 나비까르빠 누비드타 우빠 발타테 설 삼킬너 사마 바트티흐 사비탈케티우지아트. Okay, of these, the state balanced with deliberation is confused by reason of predicate relations between words and intended objects and ideas. For example, although the word cow and the intended object cow and the idea cow are things distinct from each other, one finds that in the process of knowing they are undistinguished. When these are distinguished from each other, the properties of words are of one kind, the properties of objects intended are of another kind, the properties of thoughts are of another kind. Thus the levels of existence are distinct. If now a yogin has come into a state of balance with one of these, and if such an intended object as cow strikes upon his concentrated insight, and if it comes to him permeated with predicate relations between words and intended objects and ideas, then that confused balanced state is said to be with deliberation. Interesting. Confused deliberation, is that what it means? Because that sounds really, I don't know, it doesn't sound ordinary. Confused deliberation. 여덟 보나흐 샤부다 삼켰다 스무르띠 바리 슈드태우 샤부다 삼켰다 스무르띠 바리 슈드태우 슈르타 누마나 지냐나 비카르 파슈니야얌 사마티 브라지냐얌 스바루 파마테레노 스바 바스티톨타 스타트 스바. Okay, I think I'm done. Thank you very much. I think I was testing the waters to see if I could go on more. That's it, folks. That was a lot. I went 20 minutes extra. I talked for a little longer than usual. I would have given myself more than probably like 10 minutes to talk, so I went like 10 minutes extra for sure. I'm 10 minutes more tired. 43 tomorrow, starting Sutra 43. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you people from the future. I know people in the future from 2028 are definitely watching this. That's like 3-4 years from now. 3 years from now. Thank you. Have a good day. Namaste. I'm gonna do chanting and pretty soon I wanna just get things done. You know, get healed. Move on with my life. Be an actor again if I can. A SAG extra. I just want to be a SAG extra. Forget anything above SAG extra. I just want to be a SAG extra. Because they, sometimes they feature you, so once in a while, once every 5 years, you're on TV for a long time, like half a minute. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.